How you going, guys? Keep it on going here with Dita, Cooking with Dita, of course, as my little show is called. And I'm trying to get that up and running, and hopefully I'll get onto a restaurant shortly. I'm trying to help out. Lovely lady needs a bit of help. I'm hoping to get in there, but we'll check that out as time goes on. I'll let you know. And we hopefully do that, and I'll let you know where it is and when I'm working, so you can come and try some of the foods, hopefully. But right now we're into now preparing the schnitzel. It's been in the lemon, so we've had it in the lemon there. It's been what is it? It's 2:45. So this one's been in there for nearly 3 hours. Now the other one in the fridge has been in there for 2 hours, and yeah, should be nice. As you see over the floor here. Okay, I use cornflake crumbs. I'm different. I don't like the bread crumbs. They're a bit bland, I feel. Cornflake crumbs give it a nice flavour. Bit of plain wholemeal flour. A bit of turmeric. Okay, there we go. Turmeric. I put 2 tablespoons in a bag of flour. 1 kilo of flour. I've got my milk, 3 eggs in there, and there's all the cornflake crumbs. Alright, and there's the schnitzel in the lemon juice. And now I'll pass you the camera over, or the phone over to Chrissy, so she can hold this up and I'll show you what I do for those that are interested. Here we go. Here you go, Chris. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is get rid of some of this lemon juice. This is the delicate part, because if I don't do it right, I get lemon juice everywhere. Whew, I don't want the schnitzel. Yeah. Make sure you got clean hands, guys. I clean my hands all during the day. Every time I move, gotta go somewhere, do something. I clean my hands again every single time. Okay. And prefer to use where possible bicarb soda to wash with, because there's no chemicals in it. It's just pure bicarb. I use for the cutting board. We wash that with bicarb. We don't use anything else to wash the cutting board, because it gets rid of all the acid from the meat. Look at that, almost the whole container. And we actually use that lemon juice in the gravy. So when we're making schnitzel with potatoes and gravy, we use some lemon juice in that, and I'll show you that later, because we actually freeze it. Alrighty, here we have our schnitzel, and of course a lot of the pepper and salt is now in the lemon juice, okay? So don't think just because we put so much pepper and salt on that it's actually on the schnitzel. It isn't. If you have a look, there's not that much on the schnitzel. There's a little there, you can see it, but there's not that much. Most of it's in the lemon juice. Alright, of course this is all wet, so what we want to do now, doing this, step back a little, Chris, and give us a bit wide up here. When we're doing this, of course this is all wet. You don't want to mix hands. You want to keep your left, well, I want to keep my left hand for the flour, right hand for the crumbs. Because if I mix them, I'm going to have, my fingers are going to cake up so much, and they do already. Like I'll be wiping my fingers a few times on the side here, end up with a big pile of flour on this side. Luckily it's a lot drier when it gets over to the crumbs. But okay, what we want to do is make sure, good dose of flour. And as I said, the flour's got turmeric in it. We've got two tablespoons of turmeric in there to try and add to our health, make it more healthy for us. Okay, for those that haven't done this before, it'll be an experience. For those that have, of course, there's nothing like battering up a bit of fish or chicken. Same thing, we're just doing it with schnitzel. Okay, make sure it's heaps on, all nice and dry. Then dip the other part in. Okay, schnitzel ready. Now, one thing I've noticed, you did see earlier that when I was making the schnitzel, that when I hammer it nearly paper thin. Okay, you can see through it. I actually showed that. It's been in the lemon juice, and it's now twice as thick as it was before I put in the lemon juice. Okay, it's absorbed the lemons, it fattened up a bit. Okay, the lemon juice helps it fatten up a bit, and not so much that it's absorbed too much. It's just that by sitting there, the meat comes back again. The lemon juice helps fatten it up, and it's now twice as thick as it was before. So don't think it was too thin, because it isn't. It does fatten up again after soaking in the lemon juice. Alright, there we go. Now, I like doing this. As I say, it's a labour of love. I love doing this stuff. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of work. But because of one, I love this stuff. Like, this is great stuff. Like, once you get a taste for schnitzel, you'll be very keen on making it yourself, believe me. You won't have a hassle, or even better, if you're anywhere nearby, hopefully soon, if I get into this restaurant, we'll even be selling it. So you can come and buy it made up like I've got here. That's my goal, is once I get to a restaurant, be able to make it up so I can have it at the restaurant for a meal. And if you want to take some home, you can take 10, 20, 30 pieces home with you, at a cost of course, and then enjoy the flavour, even teach you how to cook it, enjoy the flavour at home. Like, we love schnitzel with potatoes and gravy, the lemon gravy, as I said, it's absolutely fantastic. And then of course for breakfast, the kids now right into it, and they love schnitzel and eggs. If you've ever tried it, just you fry up the schnitzel, because it's so easy to fry, it doesn't take any longer than cooking eggs. And you fry up the schnitzel in the fry pan with oil and butter, preferably olive oil or coconut oil. Do not use any other oils, because all the others are most of the others are toxic anyway. It's either olive oil or coconut oil, and then you go 50% butter. So whatever oil you're using to cook the schnitzel in, you add 50%. So, well, it's 50-50 it should be. So however much oil you got in there, you put the same in butter. Now with coconut oil, there's no problem with burning the oil, because you can't. But with olive oil has a problem if you have it too hot. But you don't need it real hot for the cooking of the schnitzel. If you have it too hot, you'll burn the oil. Now the advantage of putting butter in with the oil is that it actually helps stop the oil from burning. So you can get a higher heat without burning the oil. And vice versa, the oil stops the butter from burning, because if you ever cook with just straight butter, you'll know that the butter burns also at a low heat. So while cooking with both butter and oil together, you make the conditions better for the oil and the butter to stay healthy by cooking with both, and it adds to the flavour. You need the oil and the butter. Okay. Now I'm at home doing this, so excuse my casual attire. This is my work clothes. This is like I'm covered in meat. I don't know. You can't see it. But yeah, you wouldn't wear good clothes when you do this, because when you're hammering the meat, it just splatters everywhere. We've got to clean up everything, all the utensils, all the bottles, anything that was on the table is covered with bits and pieces of meat from hammering it. It just splatters everywhere, the blood and the meat. It might sound a bit gory to some, but once you start doing it and you start making your own schnitzel, believe me, you'll love the idea. Okay? For those that are vegetarian, sorry. But if you're a vegetarian, you wouldn't be watching this anyway. This is for those meat lovers, especially the veal lovers. And I'm a veal lover. I'm not much into just normal meat. Veal, love it. It just tastes great. Alright, well that's where we're at. We'll keep on going. I'm going to be doing this for the next 2 hours, I reckon, by the time I get through all this. Because I've got that bundle, plus I've got another bundle almost as big in the fridge, waiting to be done. So we'll catch you again, guys. Love you. See you soon. Bye.